We are living in an age wherein you can't manage or you can't afford to ignore this AI revolution. If you build a solution as good as anything, right? If it doesn't create any impact, right, it is of no use to anyone, right? There has to be some sort of impact that the solution should create. The future is pretty bright, and you will be seeing more and more such fascinating solutions in the coming years.
Welcome to TIES. I have with me Mr. Naman Kothari, Head of Partnerships and Innovation at Mighty NASCOM Center of Excellence. Welcome, Naman.
Well, thank you, Shrestha. Thank you. It's always a pleasure to interact and engage with TIES, one of the fastest growing community of startups and investors. Thank you.
So, to begin with our conversation, Naman, can you just take me through the deep tech journey that you have been witnessing in the country?
Well, sure. Well, it is a fascinating journey, I would say, right? In the last 5 years, we have seen an exponential increase in all the deep tech startup solutions coming out of different part of the country. And the beauty of the program is, or I would say the beauty of this ecosystem is, this is a sector agnostic approach. You name any sector, every sector is being benefited and scaled with all these emerging tech solutions. You talk about healthcare, you will find some of the finest AI powered solutions saving lives. You talk about agriculture, you will see again AI powered solution helping farmers in increasing their crop productivity. Even niche sectors such as policing is also using some AI powered solution to forecast crimes or to predict crimes, right? And so yes, exciting times at Shrestha. We are living in an age wherein you can't manage or you can't afford to ignore this AI revolution, right? And either embrace it or left behind.
You have, talked about in general that how deep tech is being used in different sectors. But can you also recall a few examples that maybe excite you on a daily basis?
All right, all right. Well, that's a pretty interesting question. Let's touch upon a sector that's very close to all our hearts, healthcare, right? So we are working with AIMS Bhatinda. In that particular region, there have been a lot of rising cases of cervical cancer, right? But the problem that we saw was identified was women over there were shy enough to go and get themselves treated. And let me tell you, there is no cure for cervical cancer, right? It can only and only be treated if detected early. So we thought अब एंड यूज़र और आई वुड से दी ये जो फीमेल्स हैं ये तो जा नहीं रही हैं हॉस्पिटल में या फिर डॉक्टर्स के पास. सो let's take the AI hospitals or AI powered tools to them, right? So we scouted for a solution based out of Gujarat which is an AI powered solution that can detect cancer at an early stage. They have developed a home test kits, vision based they have a vision based technology that they have integrated in their solution, wherein you can take a picture of the cervix. Based on the color change in the cervix, it can tell you the probability of the occurrence of cervical cancer, or can tell you that this is a right time, go and get yourself treated, right? So this is actually saving lives, like I said, right? Now let's move to the other sector, agriculture, which contributes the most to the Indian economy, right? So there we have a very fine success story so there is a technology called hyperspectral imaging technology. These are high-end cameras that you equip them under drone. The drone flies over the farm fields, take pictures of different parts of the farms. Based on the color pattern, it tells and gives farmers better analysis about the farming techniques, about what needs to be done, what good has been done, what wrong has been done, right? In very layman and nascent language. So, and the result has been astonishing, right? We've been seeing increase in crop productivity, and we have an ongoing project in Kaithal, Haryana, that is powered by one of our incubated startup. So yes, exciting times ahead. And also let me touch upon another success story, which is in policing, right? So there is a startup based out of Bangalore. You will be, Shrestha, you will be amazed to know what they have done is they have read all the FIRs of past 5 years. Now imagine this. Yes, they have read all the FIR reports of last 5 years. All those FIR reports are fine-tuned and fed into the AI engine. The engine has been made smart by fine-tuning various components of it, and certain specific algorithms are now designed to forecast and detect crimes, right? And also the algorithm or the engine is identifying hot zones. For example, the engine or the solution can tell you in let's say in next 24 hours between 4 to 6 p.m. this is a sensitive zone. You need to increase the police patrolling or police presence over there in order to reduce crime. And this is actually turning out to be true, right? And helping in reduction of crimes. And overall the police patrolling has also improved. So yes, these are some of the finest solutions coming out of our cohort. And as I said, the future is pretty bright. And you will be seeing more and more such fascinating solutions in the coming years.
Naman, you have spoken about some great examples, but one thing which I find, which is common among all these startups that you talked about is they're mostly from tier 2 or tier 3 cities. I'm sure that despite, working on such great innovations, they have a lot of challenges in their way. So what are the challenges you see that startups in small towns are facing, and how can they overcome?
Well, if we go back 10 years, right? So initially, yes, there was a lack of awareness, lack of exposure. But as we speak, the startups, especially in the smaller areas, tier 2, tier 3 cities, are doing pretty well, reasonably well. They are well connected to the ecosystem, I would say. And, they have full access to all the resources that the startups in metro cities have. So if I talk about some specific challenges, I would say Industry Connect could be one of them that we are working right now on, to solve this particular problem. But otherwise now this has turned out to be, a fair game for startups based out of tier 2 cities and startups operating from the metro cities, right? We all are on the same court now.
Also, Naman, when we talk about deep tech, technology is ever changing. How do you personally assess the success of a startup in a times where we are changing every single minute?
This is a very interesting question. How do you identify the success of a startup? So I'll tell you, Shrestha, one of the most loved word that we use within our circle is impact. IMPACT, right? If you build a solution as good as anything, right? If it doesn't create any impact, right, it is of no use to anyone, right? There has to be some sort of impact that the solution should create, right? For example, if you have developed an AI powered healthcare tool, it should either save lives or it should detect something that people have challenges detecting. So there should be some sort of measurable impact in real numbers, right? I would say that is one of the key focus area for any startup to focus on early on or in their initial journey, so that which actually identifies or suggests the success rate of a startup. Yes.
And what are the key emerging trends that you see, within the deep tech sector and in overall AI innovation landscape, if we see?
Well, AI is definitely an overarching field, right? The new hot kid in town is agentic AI now, right? And you must have observed every year is dominated by some or other technology that rules it, right? Be it metaverse, right? 4 5 years back, then blockchain, chat GPT, Gen AI, right? Now I would say one should watch out for agentic AI, which are pretty cool and autonomous chatbots, or I would say the complete set of solutions. These are very smart, can autonomously do multiple tasks in one go. So if I have to just break it down for our viewers, let's say we all have that backbencher kid in all our classes, right? So who only used to respond when prompted, right? So if you have to consider that backbencher kid, you can relate him with AI, not literally, but yes, AI will only respond you when prompted. On the same side, you also have that over enthusiastic kid in the class who always finishes the homework before teacher even assigns it, right? That is agentic AI for you. Very enthusiastic. You just give prompt, you need to play around the prompt, and agentic AI will do all the job for you.
So, Naman, just a personal question. What does technology mean to Mr. Naman Kothari?
Well, that's a pretty interesting question yet again, Shrestha. Technology, I mean anything that creates an impact in people's lives, right? That has a societal impact at large, right? That to me that is technology. If it's saving lives, or if it's helping those in need. For example, let's say helping farmers in increasing their crop productivity. That is technology, right? And ultimately everything comes back to impact. There has to be some sort of impact that the particular tech tool delivers.